Hey everyone, Karnak here, Star Wars Armada Explained, it's your buddy and pal. Thanks for joining me. We're going to look at the Imperial ship title for the Gozanti cruiser Vector. Vector is a unique title. If you look at the bullet point or the dot in front of its name, signifies it's unique. You can only bring one in your fleet. How do you know it equips to Gozanti? Well, there's a picture of Gozanti on there. Also, if you look at the bottom left-hand corner of the card, you will see a icon of the Gozanti-class cruisers. It's faction specific for the Imperials, which you can see there next to a point cost, which is 2. It reads Squadron Command, which remember, a Squadron Command is either dial or token, or the dial and token spent together. The speed of each squadron without heavy you activate is increased by 1 to a maximum of 5 until the end of its activation. So how does this card work? Well, it does not work with any squadrons that have heavy. So don't try to use it on heavy squadrons. And how do you know if they're heavy? They'll have the keyword monkier on their squadron card heavy. Let's start. So what does that mean? Well, squadrons, like for example, Mauler Mythal, he has a speed of 4. So if he was to be activated by this Gozanti with a squadron command, which again, either you use the dial or the token, or dial and token together, doesn't matter which. If Mauler's activated, typically, Mauler Mythal can only travel distance 1, 2, 4. Let's show that on the range band. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he could only ever move this far. Now, with Vector, though, Vector says you can increase your speed by 1 to a maximum of 5. So he can now go that far. He can go from speed 4, speed 5, which is, distance 4 to distance 5. So we can go a little bit further. What is this card great with? Well, slow squadrons. Unfortunately, though, Imperials don't have a lot of slow squadrons. Most of those squadrons are pretty fast, so it's usually kind of difficult to get a whole lot of use out of this title, even though it's cheap, 2 points. So to give that example again, something like a TIE Interceptor, which already has speed 5, this title cannot make that squadron go faster. There's no Presido speed 6 or 7 or 8 or however many speeds you want to go. You can only go maximum of a speed 5, period. Alright, now there's another thing I want to point out in the FAQ, and that's about Admiral Chinnaru. Now, if it says on here, if a ship has Corruptor and Admiral Chinnaru equipped, engage squadrons with Bomber that it activates has a speed of 3. Why do I bring those two up? Well, Vector is essentially the same thing as Corruptor, and even though Corruptor only increases the speed of squadrons with the bomber keyword faster, Vector is essentially the same thing, and it has been confirmed and correlated with FFG that yes, any ship titles of that nature which increase speed, Chinnaru, it also works with his card, because Chinnaru, how he works is that even if a squadron is engaged, it can still move with a speed of 2. So if it is activated by Vector, Mauler, for example, even if engaged, can move at a speed of 3. That also can combo with All Fighters Follow Me. So you could theoretically move Mauler Mythal at speed 4, even if he is tied down and engaged, unless he's being engaged by someone like Ketsu. Which that's a whole nother ballpark thing that we'll get into at some point, later in SWAE. So I just want to make sure I was pointing out those interactions there with that. As far as I'm aware, though, there is no other crazy interactions or things going on. Of course, if you feel like I got anything wrong or if I missed anything, please be sure to point that out. Make a comment. I do read them. I do respond to them. I do appreciate all the support. And as always, I'll catch you guys next time.